Hi, and welcome back to another crochet tutorial. This one is for a chunky cropped sweater, sleeveless, and it has a cowl neck. I'm using a size S hook, but you can use any needle size for this as long as you measure yourself correctly. I'm using a mixture of Charisma yarn, and I'm also using just regular 4-weight yarn with 2 strands to make it chunky. To make sure this top fits you, you want to measure your underbust, or you can measure the area above your bust. If you use the circumference around your actual bust, it'll be a little baggier, or a looser fit. This sweater is worked in 2 pieces and then seamed together and then worked in the round. The first thing you want to do is chain a chain that is half of the length of your circumference. So if you measured 34 inches around your underbust or overbust, you're going to chain a chain that's only 17 inches long, or somewhere around that length, because this is made in 2 parts. So you're going to have one piece that's 17 inches, that's the width, and then another piece that's the same width, and then those 2 combined together will be your circumference. This, the way I crocheted this makes this very stretchy, so it doesn't have to be extremely accurate measurements. I chain, if you're going to follow exactly what I do, I chain 21, and then you have your chain, so we're going to skip the first 2 chains that we did from our hook and half double crochet in every stitch across. So you're just going to half double crochet all the way across after you skip the first 2 chains, and then when you get to that end of that chain, go ahead and chain 2 again and half double crochet across every row. You can also use double crochets if you prefer that look. We're basically doing half double crochet rows until we have a piece that's long enough to fit our arm and armpit through, or looks like it could, since we're only making 1 piece at a time. You could just do an entire piece, just an entire half double crochet, like the full length that you want this sweater to be, but I like to go about halfway and then attach the pieces and then work in the round, because I like the way it looks better versus just seaming up both sides. If you're confused about how to size for the first half of the sweater to make sure that your arm and your armpit will fit, just hold up the piece that you're working on and put it like around your collarbones, a little higher at the base of your neck, and you can see if the piece is like kind of covering your armpit, you want to make it just a little more longer than that. Like there should be about 2 inches underneath your armpit, so that it's not tight there when you put it on. So once you have your first piece of your sweater, go ahead and just make the exact same copy of another one. I believe my piece is around 13 rows, and that's about halfway for me. Once you have your 2 pieces, go ahead and place them on top of each other. We're going to seam them together at the bottom of the area that you stopped working, where you stopped making half double crochets. You're going to attach them with chains or slip stitches. I like to attach with chains because I'm going to be reinserting my hook into these areas, and it's a lot easier to put it in versus a slip stitch, which is a little tighter. So for the bottom corners of the sweater, I'm attaching around 2 to 3 chains because I want to leave space for the armpit. Then you're going to seam the top. So instead of seaming the sides like we did with the bottom, we're going to, at the top of the sweater, we're going to be seaming the shoulders and then the sides of the shoulders. Now where you seam on the top will determine how big or how wide your cowl is. So if you want a tighter cowl, or something closer to your neck, definitely seam more than I did because mine's is much looser. I seam about 4 stitches together at the top of the shoulder, and then about 2 to 3 stitches on the side where the armpit's going to be. At the top of the shoulder, I'm seaming with slip stitches, and on the sides of the shoulders where the armpits are going to be, oh my goodness, I am seaming chains, which actually doesn't really matter in this video because I don't have sleeves, but if I was going to add sleeves, I would definitely want to seam with chains to make it looser, to insert my hook again. After you have successfully attached your seams or attached both sweater pieces together, go ahead and flip it outside in now so that the seams are on the inside and you can't see them. And then we're going to go back down to the bottom of the sweater. We're going to find one of those corner seams we did at the base and insert our hook. And we're going to continue half double crocheting around until we have reached our desired length. So insert your hook into one of those corners and then chain 2 and then half double crochet in every stitch around. When I get back around to my chain 2 space I made, I just half double crochet into it, and I just keep going around like it's a half double crochet. Once you have your desired length of your sweater, it's time to attach the cowl neck part. So just go back to the top of your sweater and insert it into any stitch up there, probably closer to the seam so it's easier to keep track. And you're just going to do the same thing you did on the bottom. You're going to attach your hook, slip stitch it on, chain 2, and then you're just going to half double crochet into the round and just half double crochet into the chain 2 space. That's what I always do for these. And then you just keep going around and around until you have your desired length. And that's it. That's a kind of a short tutorial. I do these as a hobby because I crochet full time. So I can only really upload whatever I'm actually working on. If YouTube ever becomes more successful for me, I'll happily do more projects. But right now I'm actually just making orders and showing you them. I still do want to hear requests though, because when I do have more time for YouTube, I want to give you guys what you want. So please let me know in the comments what other items you'd like to see. I also love seeing finished work, so if you want to share your work with me, you can contact me through Instagram. My YouTube Instagram is on the black hand side. Excuse me. It's one word. It's in the description. And then my Instagram for my business is Eurythmik. All my social media is Eurythmik, except for that one Instagram. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was easy to understand. Let me know if it's not. Thank you. Bye.